This wasn't one case. It was a non-stop courtroom morning. One by one, defendants stepped forward as the judge made fast but serious decisions. Warnings were given, deals were reviewed, and excuses didn't go far.
She told me her name is Tori Sam, and that was the name on her driver's license. She got pulled over. I don't know how they got Tori Anderson. That is her maiden name, but Tori Sam is her name.
Ms. Malfino, I guess if the state wants to maybe look into that and
I will
add that.
and I'll make an amendment if necessary down the line.
All right, ma'am. So Tori Anderson is your maiden name. So that is you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so Ms. Anderson, in the cause number 25 DCCR 1165, you're charged with the third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. That's from July 31st of 2025. And what that means, ma'am, is that if you go to trial and you're found guilty by a jury, the range of punishment would be between 2 years and up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand? Answer
Yes,
out
ma'am.
loud. Thank you. And I have here on the tablet a plea bargain rejection that has your signature on it with Mr. Parker's. That shows that the district attorney's office has made an offer, if you wanted to enter a plea of guilty, to reduce that
To evading.
to a misdemeanor evading with a 1 year deferred probation. Is that your understanding of the offer?
That I rejected it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not guilty.
Okay. So then what I'll do, is there a video? Have y'all had an opportunity to review?
There's a video, and I've talked to Ms. Malfino about it, and it's pretty consistent with what she's told me, and
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. So, Ms. Anderson, I'll get your case set for trial. And Ms. Anderson, Mr. Parker has been appointed to represent you at this point. He's one of the attorneys who handles a lot of cases for me as a court-appointed lawyer. With your permission, I can release him and appoint another attorney today who could begin preparation for trial a little quicker. Is that okay with you? It's up to you. You can keep Mr. Parker or you can get another attorney.
I'll keep what I have. I'm not interested in changing.
Sure. All right, Mr. Parker, we'll begin preparation for trial. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Parker so that you'll know when to be back and ready for trial, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
If I may, and this is no way directed at Mr. Parker. He has discussed this case multiple times with me. We have exchanged notes. I have watched the video and taken notes myself on it and relayed some information. I agree that some parts of it are consistent, but I would just ask, again, not directed at Mr. Parker, but at Ms. Anderson, that she watch it before we get to jury selection.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Parker, if you, Ms. Anderson, make sure you make an appointment, go visit with Mr. Parker so you can watch the entire video, visit about everything. If there's any change before that trial date, let me know ahead of time, because once you get to the trial date, I don't accept plea agreements. So y'all visit before then, don't wait till the last minute, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Good morning. Are you Eric Seagris?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Seagris was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to burglary of a habitation, 2nd degree, and that was for a 10-year term in prison to be probated. I've received that pre-sentence report. Have you all had an opportunity to review that report?
yeah, Judge. Yes, Judge.
Additions, corrections, explanations?
Well, Judge, I did speak with Mr. Seagris about some of his statements he made during the PSR report. And I think it was a situation where I think he stated that he didn't feel guilty, but I don't think that was the issue. I think it was more the remorse. He does understand that he was guilty.
Did you break through the window or did you fall through the window?
I fell through it. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I was at the neighbor's house. I used to live there, and I was at the neighbor's house. I had one shoe on, and like I was playing video games with her son, like next door, and I called her and I said, "Hey, you know."
So this says you went to knock on the bedroom window and fell through it.
I called her. And
Okay. So here's the thing. I have a couple of issues, Mr. Seagris. Number one, if you did not do what they charged you with,
yes,
then you're not guilty and you need to go to a jury. But the second, Mr. Smith, did you have an opportunity to see that there's still apparently some issues with contact?
There is, Judge. She did not contact me until when she thought that it was probation that contacted her. So
Have you reached out to her?
I have not.
Okay.
I have met with her. I brought her in. That was one of the reasons we offered this deal. It wasn't what I wanted to offer based on the facts of the case. But She was
Here's what I
reluctant to come in to testify in trial. Sounds like that has changed, but I think she vacillates.
So let's do this. I'm not going to reject today. I'm going to reset the case for 2 weeks. Mr. Smith, I'm going to ask if you'll get in touch with her and see what her position is with regard to these allegations. If there's actually some video footage and things like that, I think that would be important for the deal and potentially a bond. Mr. Seagris, and I'm sure Mr. Lewis went over this with you, there's some allegations that you are still contacting or harassing, being around, potential in the past. I mean, if you're the one that is on video doing the things that she's saying is happening, you're going to be in jail in about 1 week. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't know what's going on. I am going to order that today, by the end of the day, you are required to have a GPS monitoring device put on.
Yes, ma'am.
You can talk to your attorney and you can talk to your bondsman. They will tell you where you can get that done. It has to be on by 5 o'clock today.
Yes.
I need proof of it. So you need to get proof to your attorney so he can get it to me.
Yes.
If you don't have a GPS monitoring device on by 5 o'clock today, there will be a warrant issued for you at 5:05.
Yes.
And you are to have absolutely no contact, no communication. No, you cannot go to her work, her other family, her anywhere that she is. You cannot be there. Do you understand? If you're somewhere in a store or something and she shows up, you're the one that has to leave. Doesn't matter if you're there first. Does that make sense also?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
This is you and your ability to stay out of potentially a prison for a very long time to follow these rules. If you choose not to, then you will end up in prison. Do you understand?
Yes,
I don't have to accept this plea agreement. You can go to a jury and let them hear all of this and see if they want to buy the story of you fell through a window. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. You're free to go. Good morning. Are you Luchiano Rashard?
Yes.
And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
Sure.
All right, ma'am. In cause number 25, DCCR 1611, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of theft of property with previous convictions, and that's from August 14th of 2025. The indictment alleges that you were previously convicted of theft October 14th of 2022, and then after that was final, June 27th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
And are those two prior convictions true?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you enter your plea of guilty and true freely and voluntarily? And because you actually did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 5-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. And part of that would also include a no contact order with Ibriana Bell. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any restitution?
None, and I believe they have stopped, so there's no restriction.
Okay. Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Rashard is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
And what's the state's position with regard to PSI?
The court may want a PSI in this case. There's criminal history, albeit misdemeanor criminal history, other than the theft.
All right. So,
The thefts, I should say.
all right. So I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of your plea.
Judge, also, there may be some restitution if we can have probation look at
Sure.
that.
Yeah, the theft from HEB, Judge, I thought that they'd stop him and recover the items with Mr. Rojas.
We'll get it looked at.
There may be some things that they didn't get back.
So I find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. Also, if there's any restitution, that can be determined between now and then as well. You need to stop on your way out of the courtroom today and talk to probation, and she's sitting at that desk right over there. All right, we'll see you back at sentencing. Morning, are you Whitley, Shepard? And Mr.
At this stage, the courtroom shifted from paperwork to consequences. Some were given probation chances, others were told to get lawyers or face jail. In this court, preparation matters, and accountability matters even more.
Last, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
You will, Your Honor.
Ms. Shepard, in cause number 25 DCCR 1146, you're charged with a second-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and that's from June 1st of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you sign these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 5-year deferred probation. There would be a $1,000 fine and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. Shepard is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of that plea, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so the probation department can do a pre-sentence report that'll give me more information about you and your case, and we'll come back later for sentencing. You need to stop on your way out of the courtroom today and talk to probation, and she's sitting at that desk right there. All right, we'll see you back at sentencing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rojas.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Good morning. Are you Jasmine Jaquette?
Yes.
And Ms. Jaquette, this is your initial appearance in cause number 26, DCCR 0240. You're charged with the 3rd-degree felony offense of deadly conduct discharging a firearm from March 4th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
Miss Breeden. She gave me like the retainer, but I'm not working right now, so I've been trying to like, over my blues and stuff, so I haven't been able to give it to her, but we talked and she's gonna take it.
Okay, so are you working on trying to get a job?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so what I'll do is reset your case for about 30 days to see if you can get Ms. Holmes hired. If you do get her hired or some other attorney, bring the reset notice that you get today to whoever that is, and they'll tell you what you need to do. If you're unable to hire Ms. Holmes or anyone before that next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. You'll see that they all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've actually talked to, so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options.
Okay.
If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
It's also important that between now and then, you need to try to find a job as well. Okay, and if you do find a job, bring me proof of that. Okay, step in front of the clerk. Good morning. You're Patrick Benriquez, and this is cause number 16-24360, and you're set for a judicial review. Probation sent over a memo, just kind of giving me an update and asking for a review based on the amount of restitution that is still owed in your case. And it looks like this is the end of this year is the end of the probation. So you owe a lot of restitution. I understand that last year probation started letting restitution go kind of first. I wish that had happened a long time ago. We need to kind of talk about that for future. If restitution's owed, it doesn't need to be the last year of probation where we're making that be the number one thing that's coming out of their fees. The victims need to get paid back. So, a couple of things that can happen between now and December. If you need to pay every single penny that you have the ability to pay.
Yes.
Because if I find at the end of this year that you had the ability to pay more,
Yes, ma'am.
then your probation can be revoked still. And you could either go to prison or you could be on a straight probation with a conviction, and we don't want that. But you've had 10 years to pay this amount of money. It's not just probation that I'm frustrated with. I'm very frustrated that you haven't made more of an effort over the last 9 years to pay this money back. It should have been paid back a long time ago.
Yes.
So whatever you need to do or sell or get extra jobs in the next 6 months to 8 months, you better get it taken care of.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay,
Sure.
you're free to go.
Thank you.
Good morning. Are you Marco Morales? And this is cause number 26, DCCR 0160. Mr. Morales is charged with evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. Mr. Gilthorpe, what is the announcement?
Judge, I'd ask for more time for continued negotiations. I believe this is our first time down here.
And have you already requested and received all the discoveries or video?
Discovery has been completed, and I've spoken with Ms. Molfino, and we're working it out, I believe.
And he did contact me some time ago, Judge. I have also reviewed the video and given him my thoughts about
Okay.
that. Maybe if we could just
Yeah.
sit down and take a look at it, the three of us.
All right, I'll reset the case, just a normal reset. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Gilthorpe so you guys can visit before that next court date, okay? Free to go. Thank you. Good morning. Are you Tashawn Bass? And this is 25 DCCR 0832 and 0833. Mr. Bass is charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child in each of those cases. And Mr. Rojas, what is the announcement?
Judge, speaking with Ms. French, I think we were here last time. She was going to get in touch with the mom who has custody of the complaining witness in this case. I think she has the information that the child is not living with the mom, she's living with dad.
With father in another city.
Okay.
Also, I would like to take a closer look at these indictments before we go forward. So if we could have one more reset,
Okay.
I would appreciate it.
All right. So I'll reset it one more time. This will be the last reset for an announcement. So you'll get whatever information you need. Mr. Rojas visit with Ms. French, and then we'll see where we get. And Mr. Bass, make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Rojas so that you guys are ready to make an announcement at that next court date. All right. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Luchiano, Ariana. So neither of them were right.
Yes, no.
And good morning, ma'am. Did you get a lawyer hired?
No, ma'am, but I actually talked to 3 of them, and I have a consultation today at 1:30 with Mr. Joseph. I talked to Miss Brittany and Miss Reagan. Oh,
Uh-huh.
yes,
And
ma'am.
who is it with today?
Mr. Joseph, his last name started with L. I'm not pronouncing it.
Okay. So do you think you're gonna be able to get one of them hired if I give you one more reset?
Yes, no.
All right, so I'm gonna reset it one more time. You need to try to get one of them hired. If for some reason it's not gonna work out with them, make sure you visit with at least 3 others. Bring me those names and then we'll discuss your options.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. Step in front of the clerk. Good morning, you're Mr. Hasten. And Mr. Hasten, did you get a lawyer hired? Who'd you talk to? Just tell me.
What's his name? James or Macon? Who that's name? Like this one, the Gertz, the Kelly Gertz level.
Uh-huh. And so where are you gonna be able to get somebody hired?
Still looking through.
Are you working?
Yes, ma'am. Assist.
I'm sorry,
Assist.
assistant?
I can let myself in, like do time work.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna be able to get one of those lawyers hired? Well, the point wasn't to just talk to lawyers. The point is to hire somebody.
All the quotes I had to.
Right. So that's my question is, you think you're gonna hire one of those that you already talked to?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm gonna reset you one more time to get someone hired. Make sure you either get one of them or someone else hired. If for some reason you can't, as you can tell from talking to them, they all charge different amounts and payment plans. So find somebody and get them hired before that next court date, okay? Step in front of the clerk. Good morning, ma'am. Are you Crystal Robinson? And Miss Robinson, did you get a job? Where all have you looked?
Applied to several different places. I wrote down papers where I applied to. Me as kind of water. I have a disabled son, but like it's also something doing so I can apply for it.
Right.
And
And I can see that you have a list there. Miss Robinson, thank you for doing what I asked you to do. I'm gonna have you fill out some paperwork this morning to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. You need to fill it out accurately and completely. because you're going to swear under oath that it's all true and correct, okay? All right, step in front of the, ma'am,
Did you want me to like the largest you told me to talk to as well?
say it again.
You told me to talk to the largest.
No, well, no, I appreciate that you did that also, and the main thing obviously was to try to get a job first, and it looks like you tried to do that. Yes, ma'am, Pages. So
By the end of the docket, every defendant had clear instructions. Pay restitution, follow bond rules, hire counsel, or be ready for trial. The judge moved quickly, but every warning carried real weight.